We are going into today's episode relaxed, not excited, not really keen for this episode, not jumping for joy. We're going into it relaxed. And you know why? I'm telling you why. I'm trying to trick my body because we have been watching these episodes, and since this arc has started, the Elbaf arc has started, every episode has felt like 2 minutes long. And I think I'm just like way too excited to watch this show that the episodes feel like they're speeding by too much. I'm trying to trick my body into thinking it's not a big deal. It's just another anime that I'm watching, you know? Like a lot of other anime that I'm watching don't feel as quick as this show does. So I just need to, you know, remind myself this is just a show. It's not a big deal. And then maybe I can enjoy it for longer and it will feel like a longer episode. That's what I'm hoping for. So let's see how this goes. But I'm relaxed, man. I'm going into this. No huge expectations. It'll probably be an okay episode. You know, nothing too special. And I'm not going to say that I'm excited. You're not going to get that out of me. I might accidentally say it because it's kind of a verbal tick that I sometimes say, but I'm going to try not to really hard. So we're going to be jumping into episode 1165 today. At the end of last episode, we had 2 people being summoned in, which I do want to say, I did notice that they were summoned in the same way that the elders were summoned in. I was watching it, that went without saying for me. Like, I didn't mention that in the discussion, and I think a few people think I missed it, or like I didn't make the connection that it was being summoned in the same way as the elders were last time. I made that connection, which is that's why I brought up the whole like Shanks is a rat like theory storyline type thing of like Shanks meeting up with the world government, was because I was trying to draw a connection between why Shanks, if that was Shanks, was being summoned in the same way that the 5 elders were before. So like I picked it up, I just didn't say it explicitly, it was one of those things where I was watching it and I was going, did I not say that at some point? Because a couple people mentioned it. And then I went back and I went, no, yeah, I guess I talked around it. I never actually explicitly said it. So yeah, that one was one that I did get, and I wish I said it out loud. I did see that it was in the same way. But yeah, I mean, are we going to start the episode with that? Is that going to be a part of this episode? I imagine it would be. We maybe find out who they were, but I'm not excited about it. It's just another episode. I don't care. I can take it or leave it. It's not like I'm, watching this at 1:30 a.m. really looking forward to the episode or anything. No, I'm just watching another episode of anime. I'm only watching it right now as soon as it comes out because it's convenient. I'm only recording this intro 7 minutes before the episode comes out, not because I don't want to wait a single another minute. No, just because I'm just cool like that, because I'm efficient. That's why I'm doing it like that. Anyway, remember that this video, the way that I'm doing it lately is I keep the video up for a few days, then it becomes members only because of copyright stuff that we've been having happen on the channel. So the best way to, support the video, I mean, if you're members, hopefully you can just watch it whenever. But if you are like just a public viewer, you got to try to watch it in these first few days. So try not to put off watching these One Piece videos and be like, I'll watch that later in the week or whatever, because otherwise you might have to wait many weeks to see my reaction. You can always either join the membership on my YouTube channel. Hopefully that'll help you, although even sometimes, there's a video that was taken down even from there. My Patreon account should always have all the episodes in full length. So you can go to my Patreon account, and I absolutely recommend that. That is the best way to get my content, and there's so much content over there. Go check out my Naruto reactions. We're 10 episodes ahead on Patreon. I'm having a great time with that show, so go check it out. Let's jump into this now. I'm not excited. I'm calm about it. This is episode 1165 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, don't look at the title. Don't look at the title. The best thing about being caught up is that I watch it before Crunchyroll has a chance to add the title to the episode, so I don't see it. Hey, Big Owl. Biblo? Oh, cool. Like a bibliography. Nice. Right, so they get some scraps. The Grow fruit? Damn it! I wish it could have made Nami grow. Aww. Oh, yeah, surely. He wants them. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, hell yeah. Luffy's swinging him. Come on, you gotta be brave. This is Elbath. Uh-oh. Aw, she's so protective of the kids. They probably... Okay, never mind. I thought they might, now that it's over, be like, yay, that was fun, like kids tend to do. Yeah, I knew he would notice that. I feel like that doesn't actually happen in this universe. It's always Sanji imagining it. Sanji and Brook imagining it. That's my new theory. He is super into the tree. Aww. It's reminding me of being in Punk Hazard with the giant kids there. Here we go. Big fanboy. It's a little wooden sword. Oh, dope. Even though it's just a wooden sword, but still dope. Oh my god, is he gonna punch this kid in the face? Oh my god! Oh, he just scared him. But he's gonna fucking destroy this kid's face. No, he just punched the ground. He's probably gonna be like, that was awesome. Oh. No, but is this kid gonna love it? Seems like he likes Luffy, right? Yeah. There you go. Kowloon. Uh-oh. Yes, thank you, Ripley. I'm glad. Oh, it's your son? Right, you have the same hair. Yeah, Zoro likes him. Your dad is a human? Wait, a human did it with Ripley? Oh my god. This is the luckiest man alive, whoever they're talking about. Yeah, isn't that crazy shit going on back at the banquet? Motherfuckers just got summoned there. We gotta see it. Oh, cool. We just teleported them to the library. Does she want to stay here? Yeah. That's fair enough. Aww. Your residence permit. Cool, so you can build a lab here. The whole island is a jewel tree, Adam. Yep. Cool. What? What? What is it? Anything you want, baby? And anything you want, girl. A kiss? Do you want a performance from Brooke? What? Oh, did you want to dress them? Oh, sick. We're getting all new outfits. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty cool. Brooke doing the super is great. Oh, good. It's so cute. Because she loves humans. Yeah. Come on. She got your consent before dressing you. He's so hungry. Oh, Gert is so cute. I do love Ripley, but seeing scenes like that make me love Gert again. Okay, are we gonna see the summoned motherfuckers? That's such a cute mid card. Whoa. This is cool, these images. Uh-huh. Yep. Aww. So fun. That's great. Every time they cheers, you get more drink. Oh, perfect. Hmm. Is that, yeah, the woman at the bar? Oh my god! I thought though it was gonna be the woman that runs the bar there. Maybe she was the cook, but maybe not. No, it's probably the giant pirates cook. I think they had one, right? Oh? Oh, ja. Really? Stanson was the one back at Shabondi? I remember that one there, but I don't remember him looking like that. Huh. I guess he is. Wow. Did not pick that at all. Okay. Who is this guy? Chief Yaru. Chief Yaru. Whoa. Oldest in the world, 408. The sword in the head is an interesting design. Really? But it's so deep in there. Yeah. Are we ever gonna see the summoning thing? Is that what we're seeing here? Are these? Yeah, these are the ones that were summoned, right? Is that a woman? And they're looking for Loki. Oh boy. Ooh. You're like Ulti. You've got like the thing covering her face and blue hair? What happened? Was that his... What happened? Did something happen to his head? Wait, what the fuck is happening? It's like the string fruit's doing this. This is something Joe Flamingo would have been able to do. Oh my god! Well, now it looks like the gravity fruit. What? Who is she? That is Shanks. Don't end the episode! I need more about this character, but really cool. Oh, man. Well, that whole thing I was doing at the start of the video where I was pretending not to be excited about the episode to try to make it not go for 5 minutes, it still went for 5 minutes. What an incredible episode, man. Really, really good episode. Oh, I just like... There's cool shit happening. I'm really excited. I like the characters we're getting. I like the designs we're getting, and that like, but I don't like that they like last episode they gave us at the end of the episode like something incredibly interesting, and then this whole episode they didn't give it to us, and then at the very end they give us like a tiny bit more of it. It's like I feel like that's just gonna keep slowly pushing forward that storyline. And I want more. I want more of it. I want to see what's happening. But at the same time, like, I can't be mad because the stuff that they're cutting away to, I also want to see that, you know? Like, I love seeing Saul and Robin hang out and catch up. I love seeing anything to do with Gerd or Ripley any time that they're on screen. Now, like, last week, I did see Ripley and immediately throw Gerd to the wayside because like Ripley I was obsessed with. This episode, like I think I'm back on the Gerd train. I think I'm gonna go back and forth with those two characters. It's gonna be sort of like I do with Nami and Vivi a lot of the time, where like if you ask me who my favorite character is, I generally say Vivi now just because it's like it's a slightly more unique answer, and like I don't know, I just feel like, you know, pretty loyal to her overall. But like on different days I'll say Nami, you know, and I go back and forth between those two because I love them both very, 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 very much. I think in a more localized Elbaf fashion, I'm gonna be doing that with Ripley and Gerd, just because they both give me something slightly different. Gerd has the more like adorable, cute aspect to her, and then Ripley's just like fucking hot, dude. Although I've now found out Ripley has a partner, who is a human. That dude is the luckiest guy in the world, man. He, like, I mean, they have a kid, right? But like, actually, well, I don't know. Yeah, they have a kid. Cause what's his name? Colin said, my dad is a human. Like, and like, he didn't say my stepdad is a human. Yeah, they had a kid. They had a kid together. So, like, some fluids went into some other places, and good for him. That is a dream come true. And I'm sure with just a quick Google search, I will find many artists' interpretation of exactly how that happened. And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna Google it at some point. It might show up in my search history, but I am like I just really love those characters. But like a lot of these characters we're getting introduced to are great. Like, you know, Kowloon seems nice and cool. I think it's gonna be cool to get to know his character. I wonder if he's gonna have like a fun little arc throughout this. Like maybe, you know, because it feels like he's the one that's carrying on like the warrior spirit that Luffy and Usopp want out of this place. I think Oda is such a good writer because he always, like, especially as the series has gone on, you have expectations of a place or a thing as you're going into it, and Oda like does something really unique with it that I wouldn't have expected. And he does this every arc. Like I fully don't see coming so much of the ways that the story is going to progress, even if I think like, okay, well, obviously it's going to be like X. Turns out it's not even like Y or Z. It's like fucking F. I think, you know, this is a great example of it, where it's like Elbaf. I'm throwing hair into a bag right now, if you're wondering why. There's sometimes I get this hair that gets stuck to me because I have really long hair, and I have to like take it off me and then throw it into a bag so I can throw it all away. But Elbaf is like, this whole show has been like the land of warriors. So obviously you're imagining it, and you're imagining warriors everywhere, you know? You're imagining that like even the kids growing up are gonna be like powerful warriors or whatever. But like Oda's world building is all about, the world doesn't stay the same. And I think that's what is so brilliant, is I think that is what his world building always has been, and is what makes it brilliant, is the world is so dynamic. And it feels alive. It feels really, really living. And not all shows do that, you know? A lot of shows, like, can feel fleshed out, but also it feels like if the protagonists aren't there, the rest of the world is paused in time. And then the protagonist will get there, and then shit will start to happen. In One Piece, yes, when the Straw Hats get places, shit goes down. But you know what I don't feel like? I never feel like that's convenient, or that shit's only going down there. What I actually feel like is, in the One Piece world, shit's always going down everywhere. You know, like there's always a big event somewhere, right? And the Straw Hats are kind of good at finding the most important huge event and putting themselves in the center of it. But like, I feel like the world is constantly moving, you know? Like a lot of D&D, I like to compare a lot of world building stuff to D&D because it's something that's very relatable to me, because the way DMs build worlds and stuff. And, you know, even if you don't play D&D, some people at least watch Critical Role or know of D&D related stuff. So they, you know, might still have their own things. But like a lot of ways that some DMs will do stuff is they'll have like, okay, there's things going on. There's like these 3 factions and they're doing these things at different parts of the world. You as players can go to one part of the world and like start solving those factions. But if you like go to faction A, then factions B and C will progress on their plans. But if you go to faction B, A and C will progress on their plans, you know? And so like you basically, you know, there's something happening somewhere else in the world. I feel like that happens in One Piece so naturally. And there's like many events that I feel like have happened that would have happened way differently if the Straw Hats took an alternate path and they went there instead. But that's not what they did. I think it's really, really interesting. You know, like what if all of the Straw Hats were at Marineford? Would it have changed? I don't know. But like, it's fun to think about. Like if not only Luffy was there, but also Zoro and Sanji and Nami and Robin and Chopper, and you know, like what if all of these characters were there? Would like maybe one of them might have saved Ace. Maybe Ace might have gotten out of there alive. Maybe they would have gotten him out of there quicker. Or maybe Ace would have died quicker because they would have felt the government would have felt more of a threat and executed him even earlier. Or maybe, you know, there's like 1,000 ways that it could have gone differently. But the point is that didn't happen. But the world, you know, continued on regardless. And that had a major effect on the world. And yeah, I just feel like the One Piece world is always growing and changing. So this is a perfect example of it with Elbaf, because like this was a land of warriors and shit happened. And so like as time has passed, it is no longer clearly the land of warriors. It's now like becoming more of a land of peace. And I like this thing of Luffy and Usopp being kind of disappointed in it. But Usopp being like, well, we can't really complain. Like, we came to a place and it's peaceful. Like, that's a good thing. That should be good for the island. But at the same time, like, they wanted to see badass warriors. So yeah, I think it's really cool. I think Oda's doing such a good job with that. I wonder who this blue-haired girl is at the end. Like, I wondered if, after we saw Shanks, I was like, I wonder if we know both of these characters. But no, it seems like we know Shanks. But who else? Who is this other girl? I'm going back in the episode to see these shots that we've got of these characters, because I just want to see like any info we can get about them. Really would be great right now. But every shot I'm getting is of these giants that they took down. I say they. It's mostly the blue head. I even say girl. I actually don't know that this is a girl. It could just be it could be like a guy. But like, I think that looks like a pretty feminine, like Oda drawn eye, if you know what I mean. Like, Oda tends to draw feminine eyes that way, I feel like. I also want to see that shot of Shanks, just to once again confirm that this is Shanks, but I will say it's not easy to find that one single shot. We had a tiny shot of Shanks at some point, and it's gone now. It's gone. I don't see it. Whatever, doesn't matter. So yeah, I wonder like what the fuck she did. Cause like, to me, the first thing I thought was like, did she blow his head off? But that didn't happen. But then it was like, no, did she like use, like, it looks like she was kind of holding his arms back with string or something. And then it looked like the gravity pushed down. But I think that might have just been an effect of like, of what he was going through. Like, it felt like afterwards that maybe it was like a mental thing. She did something to his brain. But what is it? Because I don't know, man. I'm immediately going like, well, what if I can create, you know, theories in my head of like, what if that was the Ito fruit, you know, the string fruit? What if it was that? What if it was the what's the gravity fruit called again? The grav fruit? What is it? What if it is that as well? What if she somehow has those powers? What if it's like she has the powers of those she's interacted with or touched or done a certain thing with or kissed, you know? And like, Doflamingo's in custody right now by the world government, as far as I know. He's locked up right now. And like, Fujitora is an admiral, so like, she would have access to them if she is working with the government, which it is very possible that is happening, because they were teleported in the same way that the Five Elders were teleported in. So I don't know, but it didn't look so much like those powers that I was like, that's all it could be. I just don't know what it was. I have no idea, but it's cool. And they're looking for Loki. Are they looking for Loki to kill him, or to kidnap him, or to make sure he doesn't meet up with Luffy? Like, what are they doing? I don't know. I'm really sad that they mentioned that there's a grow fruit and it only grows inanimate objects. Why couldn't it grow Nami or Robin? But I like Biblo. Biblo is a name for an owl. I don't know why. I think that's nice. I feel like this arc is gonna go back and forth on whether or not the names are like good names or not. Like, Biblo is a good name, I think. Ripley's a great fucking name. Colin, I could take or leave. Gerd is an awful name. I love Gerd so much. She's got the worst name imaginable. She's got such a terrible name. Was Jarul in... I know I'm like jumping to a different topic. Was Jarul in Big Mom's backstory? It's now sounding familiar. I feel like Jarul might have been in Big Mom's backstory. Anyway, because I mean, he's 408 years old, so that would make sense if he was. Anyway, going back to it. GERD is a terrible name. I have GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disorder or something. I have it. I've been suffering with it recently. And by recently, I mean for the past like 6 months or so. So, like, I hate her name because her name is just me saying a condition that I've been dealing with. But she's so cute that, like, I'll get over it. But, like, GERD, really? You're naming her GERD? But yeah, so there's some good names and some bad names. Loki's fucking awesome. I mean, obviously, you know, we know where the inspiration for Loki, the name Loki is, but like, it's just a great name. So yeah, anyway, that is One Piece episode 1165. Thank you for joining me. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.